Alrighty then, g'day guys, and welcome. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Twitch Plays City of Mist, our adventure where we take you guys into the world of the City of Mist game, and yeah, we have this really cool, very engaging, ongoing murder mystery happening. There is a lot to break down today. We have a lot of really cool stuff to get going on. But today will and should mark the conclusion of our prologue adventure, which means that not only will we get to the end of this episode and hopefully be done with the first chapter of what we've done, but more specifically, we will hopefully be able to get to look at what we want to do for the next arc, if we want to look at using Francis, if we want to make another character, if we want to play a different game. Whatever the case is, this was really just kind of like a trial period or a test period, and I think the test has gone very well. You guys seem really engaged and captivated, not only by the story, but by the prospect of playing Francis. So I am very interested and very keen in continuing a Twitch Plays section of the Dead Aussie Gamer channel. So there you go. But thank you. I see so many familiar faces already here, which is awesome. It's great to see Pediola, Malakisa, Hester, Korba, Mythical Turian. I see you floating around in chat as well. Who else do we have? Yeah. So, you know, it's so good to see all of you guys coming out and enjoying the show. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, City of Mist is a modern-based RPG set in a world in which regular people are blessed or cursed, depending on your perspective, with the powers of a myth or a legend. These mythos provide these powers to random civilians in the city known as Rifters, who then try to live and deal with day-to-day regular life, but of course with these phenomenal and fantastic powers. We, or aka you, play the role of Francis Burke, a paramedic who is blessed with an ability tied directly to Victor Frankenstein, a very iconic, legendary character from the annals of myth and legend. Originally, our character Francis had the ability to scan the medical details of people that he looked at, but as of last week, due to the events that occurred, we ended up burning out one of our logoses, and the powers of the mythos began to take over. Instead, now we have a mobile phone that works as a Lazarus wand with the ability to resurrect the dead. Something that may come in handy. I mean, who knows? I mean, we're solving murder mysteries. I mean, what's more useful than a mobile phone that can talk to the dead and resurrect people? I mean, seems pretty straightforward. However, there are some side effects. There are some drawbacks to it, but we'll go into that when we come to this. Guys, let me teach you how to play. First of all, City of Mist is a game which is all about story tags. Tags that inflict weaknesses, tags that follow the story, a whole bunch of different things, tags that give us powers. And what we do is we roll 2d6 on any kind of check to try and determine if we succeed or fail. If we get a 6 or less, we fail. 7 to 9, we succeed. Or 10 or more, we end up landing a critical hit. Now, if you want to, at any point in time, which I will call a vote or call for a roll, type in exclamation 2d6, and the chat will roll a set of dice automatically for you. I will then, based on how many people respond, will roll my own dice, and then we will pick that number and the result that followed. So there you go. There you go. Thank you so much for feeding Phantom. Phantom did look a bit hungry, and thank you to, of course, the amazing people who have started us off on the hype train. Thank you to Hester and, of course, Malakisa and Pediola for the subs. You guys, so awesome, so wonderful. Oh, thank you so much, Mally, for the $7.42 tip. Is that number a particular meaning? I don't know. I feel like maybe there's a thing there. But links for the donations. Boom, there you go, right there. There are ways that you guys can donate to the channel in order to boost up your abilities, which we'll go through in a minute. But real quick, what was I gonna say? Yes. Now. Rolling 2d6, blah, 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 blah. Over here on the side of the screen, you can see the how to play section. You can choose any of these actions that will fundamentally determine what you do. We're pretty rough and loose with it, you know, change the game, change, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're pretty fast and loose with it. You'll follow pretty quickly. Yeah. And, of course, there are ways that you can interact with the game through donations. You can either watch the channel and earn channel points that you can use to influence the session, or for $5, we will gain a power boost, which gives us a flat-out +1 on our checks, a clue, which gives us a definitive answer to something that we're trying to find out, juice, which gives us a critical hit and allows us to basically automatically or by force burn situation cards and story triggers. Yeah, that's that I think is it. Then of course over here we've just got the weaknesses. Right now we are afraid of dogs, but that's a whole thing. All right, I think we've got a couple of donations here which we should just process super quick while I remember. There we go. We have 2 lovely power tokens there, bringing our power boosts up to 3. So, choice. Now, guys, last thing is this is the final actual what are we calling? This is the final stream that I will be trying to raise funds for my new computer as well. As some of you know, I've been having a bit of trouble with the computer, but I want to say this. The new computer stuff, you know, we've not reached the goal, but we've reached enough for me to be able to at least start looking at some stuff and start making these changes, which is going to be awesome. So I want to already thank you guys for all of your generosity and all of your kindness over the last week and a bit. It has truly been an honor and a pleasure to be able to perform for you. And yeah, you know, like obviously my goal is to always provide you with great and wonderful content as much as I can. So this means that I won't be missing a beat, hopefully. So there you go. Thank you so much, guys. All right. I think we're good. Let's start with a recap, shall we? Let's get some smooth music going here real quick. And then we will commence. There we go. And cue Private Eye Jazz. Oh, love it. All right, let's soften that up a bit. Beautiful. All right. Mwah. Thank you for the follow, Big Tuck 92. Welcome in, Tuck. All right. So, the city. Large towers, sprawling buildings, neon lights flashing in the dark. A small series of apartment buildings, side by side, in the dark lights of the streets that are illuminated by the fluorescent lamps flashed by the cars that drive past on the wet street below. Our vision pans up. You see the fire escape going past the myriad of windows where people cook dinner, watch TV, enjoy themselves. You can see a smashed flower pot destroyed with soil that kind of hangs over the side of a railing that is on the 4th floor here. A window that is open, and a ginger cat licking itself on the sill. We go up further to a room, an empty room, illuminated by a light not from inside the apartment but from outside, as a large fireman axe-like cut through the actual door itself lets light in from this corridor out beyond. Suddenly, a large click. The door opens and a silhouetted figure stands at the door. It is Francis. Your character entering the room, calling out for Dot, the girl who you had been looking for. You throw your memory back to the pub where a simple name scrawled on the actual bar counter led you down the rabbit hole that you find yourself in now. From you traveling into Dead Man's Alley, seeing the woodsman, or what you thought was the woodsman, a large, bald, bearded individual who you thought was keeping a small girl by the name of Dot captive in his apartment, only to find out, after being arrested for loitering and lurking and stalking the neighborhood, only to find out that with the company of the police to find absolutely nothing in the apartment. Upon Entering and following your instincts, you continue to pursue the woodsman, finding him in a small abandoned construction yard, where after being attacked by some dogs, you found a girl, hacked to pieces by a large woodsman's axe. The next morning, you tried to shake off this feeling. The woman that you had seen, the little girl, she wasn't normal. She was like you, a rifter with powers. Her body made of wood almost, and behind her, the tail of a fox. As you awoke from your slumber, she was there, right next to you, looking at you, almost as if she needed your help. You offered to find out who was responsible, and from there, you have been in a vicious cycle of violence and loss. You've tried your hardest to try and look after this girl. You've called in favor after favor. Adam, your best friend, the person who rides with you on in your ambulance at your evening job. The mind flashes again. You called Adam for help so many times that night. And on the floor below is the blood stain in your apartment where Adam was lying. Even further below, the ambulance that takes Adam, freshly resurrected with the power of your Lazarus wand, into an ambulance with one of the breathing masks on his face. No one is safe near you. A thought crosses your mind. Maybe, just maybe, the reason why Dot, Adam, the hell Delilah, my new partner, all these people might be in danger just because I'm there. Francis thinks this for a moment as he pushes the door open to the bathroom in the abandoned apartment. And suddenly, a gunshot. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with a very, very quick roll from everyone. If you are in chat, please give us an exclamation 2d6 to basically face this danger. No, not face the danger. We are trying to face the danger. Let us face the danger here together. And, hey, we got to the end of the hype train. Thank you so much to everyone who contributed 4 gifted subs and 200 good old bits. Thank you so much, guys. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you for your support. You're wonderful people. Great job. Ah, look at all these cool hype emotes. I love the hype emotes. They just get me so excited. All right. Looks like we've got a lot of people tuning in. A lot of, wow. Wow, we've got so many people. Okay, I love this. This is exactly what we want. All right, let's count. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 people. All right, I'm going to roll a d10. Also, thank you to, of course, Mythical Turian for gifting a sub, to Waylon X, Petiola for gifting a sub to our dear friend Grumpy Game Dev, and yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, that is a solid 10. That gives us Motivated Jackal. Thank you for the 10 on that roll. Very nice. Ben's hypermove was one of the favorites. Looks so crazy. Yeah, it does look nuts. Ben's so nuts. All right. So, let's get this going here. All right. As you walk into the bathroom, suddenly there's a flash. A gunshot. You quickly move your head back. Blood begins to trickle down the side of your face. You feel the hot sting of steel against your flesh. The mirror in the bathroom shatters, blinding you from the flash as it's reflected not only from the barrel of the gun behind the door, but also the mirror as well. You cry out in pain as you duck down, trying to get low and avoid further gunshots. You turn and try to see who's shot at you, and you can see Dot standing behind the door, terrified, gun pointed at you. She looks at you, but she does not lower the gun. You hear her cock the hammer, and you say, wait, Dot, it's me. It really is me. I promise. She looks at you and she says, I can't be sure. How do I know it's really you? The last person to attack Dot was a shape-shifting creature made of water. As far as she knows, you are that shapeshifter, trying to take on the form of Francis. The shapeshifter must be the one after her, she thinks. She continues to hold the gun. Now, City of Mist is all about risk and reward. What do we do here, guys? How do we convince Dot that we aren't the shapeshifter who attacked her in the apartment below? Look into my eyes, see how depressed I am. Yeah, well, you know what? Showing how tired we are is definitely a good way to let people know who that we're really Francis. All right, let's see. What are we going? New poll. Convincing Dot. All right. Let her ask us a question. Ask me a question. Ask me anything. Kiss her? Look, okay, Grumpy Game Dev, I'm gonna point out that she is quite young, so I'm gonna allow the comment, but I'm gonna say that no, only because it's very hard to tell how old Hero Forge minis are. But yes, she is a child. Well, as far as we know, she could be older. I mean, how do you treat elves in that way? 400-year-old. Are you a grandma? Yeah. No, that's okay, Myth. Grumpy Game Dev was unaware of how old she was, so that's that. I'm happy to that. Cut yourself a little so she sees that you bleed. Ah, that's a good one. Injure yourself. Yeah, that's a good one. Injure yourself. Show her that you actually do bleed red. Tell her to shoot me. That's a really good one. Okay. All right. Poll is going up. We've got 2 minutes on the clock. Yeah. The thing is, you've also got to remember that we don't know if she knows about the water thing as well. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. Definitely is. But just bear that in mind as well. Also, I hope you've been well, Grumpy. It's been a while. I hope that you have been keeping safe and been doing awesome. McBluff, I didn't say it was a bad idea. This was dark. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. All right. So far, we've got 4 people on the Ask Me Anything. Could definitely work. Man, Sirenscape has just the boldest soundtrack. Actually, I forgot to do this, but we'll just quickly, guys. Thanks to Sirenscape for the wonderful sounds, and of course Hero Forge for these bad-looking minis. I love them. They just are freaking awesome. Things are good. Lots of games jam, but I've also made a room entry to your page. Oh, dude. That's dope. That's so cool. All right, it looks like we're going to be asking about anything. So, leaning back on the floor, Francis places his hand kind of on a piece of glass. He looks at it and thinks to himself, maybe if I cut myself, I can show that I'm not one of these water creatures. You then think for a moment and put the mirror down. No, she might think of that as a threat and shoot anyway. You turn your eyes towards Dot. Look, Dot. We've not known each other long, and there's very little I can do to prove that I am who I am. But you can ask me any question. Any question at all, and I swear, I'll answer it. Dot stops for a moment. She says, all right then. How did you know where to find me? I mean, first. He said, that's easy. I saw a phone number carved into a bar table. And Big Sal, a friend of mine who works at that bar, told me that he saw you come in and saw you write that. She stops for a moment. You close your eyes, almost preparing for the worst. And then she puts the gun down. You breathe a sigh of relief. I'm so sorry, Frank. I didn't know. I thought... No, it's okay. It's okay. You slowly... You slowly begin to get up to your feet. Listen, Dot, I don't know what's happening with you, and I don't know what this guy has to do. Look, I fought him down in my apartment, where, oh my God, your friend. Yeah, I found him. He's okay. He's gonna pull through. He's down in an ambulance at the moment, but we gotta get you out of here. It's still not safe. She kind of looks at you and nods. You have a choice here, I guess. Do you want to take Dot out and to the ambulance? Do you want to, like, kind of find another place to hide her? Do you want to take her to the cops? What do we want to do with Dot here to make her safe, as it were? You haven't checked on the guy in the tub just yet. Alright, so let's go with... Dot comes to hospital. Check on water guy. And Dot over to police. Alright. Poll is up. Take your votes, please. That's true. We aren't supposed to leave the city. The police suspect us of killing Woody. Alright, we got a few people wanting to check on the water guy. Let's get her back to our apartment. Check if the water guy's ready for an interrogation. Oh, what's left of him? Yep. Okay, looks like we are 50-50 going to the hospital or checking on the water guy. Okay. Oh, So close. Alright. Dot comes to the hospital and check on the water guy. Alright, so because we got both, we're going to do both. We're going to go check on the water guy first because he's in this apartment that we're at. And then we're going to go back to the hospital. And yeah, we're going to pick up the phone while we're there. Okay. You begin to make your way down with Dot. She stays close. As she does so, you go and check on your phone. Your phone charge is at 72%. There we go. We can take it or we can leave it on charge. We'll take it on the way out. We'll take it on the way out. It'll be 72% when we take it on the way out. All right. You tell Dot. Look, the thing that attacked you, I'm not sure what he was. He was definitely a rifter, okay? Just stay behind me and be careful. You cock your gun, which you pull out of your pouch, and slowly open the door to your bathroom. There, the bathtub still sloshes with water, about a third of the way full. The water itself seems to move left and right as it tries to move out of the actual bathtub itself. Your mind then flashes back. The struggle on the fire escape with this creature with no face, disguised as Adam, trying to attack you, trying to stab at you. This creature with a knife. Just basically, you managed to pull the knife off him, and in the scuffle, actually managed to knock him through the water. Knock him with a morphine syringe, causing his legs to liquefy into water and fall to the ground. You managed to take his upper torso and dump it here before he liquefied entirely as well. The water lures around, sloshing. A second flashback. Unfortunately, according to our relationship, Francis has hydrophobia. You remember that scene on the deck of the ship. The way that something seemed to crash into the hull. It knocked Michelle, your wife, into the waves. And then a second hit knocked you into the water as well. The ship sinking into the depths below. You looked through the inky black waters, only seeing snippets of light from the flashes within the cabin of the ship that you had hired to celebrate your graduation from med school. You saw the silhouette of Michelle sinking into the water. A single bead of water drips down your face. You take a few deep breaths. Okay. Now, yes, my apologies for the donation. I did not ignore the donation. It was I wanted to get to somewhere where we could make use of it, and we are now here. So, first of all, thank you to the donations that we got. Hester, I believe, had a donation earlier on, which we will now give you. Depending on what you would like, Hester, would you like to PowerPoint? Would you like a plot twist? Let me know in chat, and we will throw it up. I was just... No, you can still get it. You can still get that stuff as well. Just let me know if you'd like them. Otherwise, we can give them to you. It's fine. Actually, it's not a plot twist, is it? It's no, it is a plot twist. Okay, good. Yeah, it is a plot twist. Okay. All right. Steeling yourself, you walk in. The water goes still. You! Listen, I know you can hear me, okay? The water stays still. Look, if you don't tell me what I want to know, I'm going to uncork that bathtub. And I don't know where you're going to end up, but it'll be so far away from here, and you'll never get a chance to do whatever it is you were trying to. A few moments later, a hand forms. It seems to be gesturing. What do you want? What are you after? The hand changes and points directly at Dot. Why? Why are you after her? It changes forms and changes into this almost monstrous, horrific face. I don't understand. We are going to now attempt to try and get a clue with an investigation check to see if we can figure out what we can tell from this face. Everyone can please roll me 2d6 to investigate. Hand signs and not the middle finger. Yeah, that's it. Threatening with a bottle of bleach. All right. So 2d6 as we investigate. Now, in addition, we are going to be dealing with a -1 because of our hydrophobia. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Any more? 8, 9. Very nice, very nice. All right, here we go. 7 is the number that we're chasing. That is a glorious 7. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is Motivated Jackal again, but with a 3. It is hard to tell. This face is just monstrous. It's got these 2 massive tusks, big sloping forehead, huge pointed ears. It's almost impossible to identify exactly what this is. Dot has also no idea. You've got to be clearer than that. Where can we find the person responsible for this? You watch as it changes once more. And you can see what appears to be a stripper pole with a dancer swinging around it. You immediately understand what it's saying. The Cheshire Lounge. So you're not the one after her. The hand appears again. Someone's asked you to do this? Someone from the Cheshire Lounge? The hand goes. Dot and Francis look at each other. Okay. What do we do now? Dot says. Well, it's hard to say. We need to get you to safety. We can't. You think for a few moments. Okay. We can either take you to the hospital. There's a friend of mine, a detective. He might be able to keep you safe, at least for the time being. We can leave you here. If this person is here, then, well, it means that whoever's after you doesn't know he's failed yet. We could look for Alice. I have a bounty hunter friend of mine who I sent to try and look after you. Yes, no, she was the one who gave me the gun. She fought with the water guy. In fact, there were a few of them. There were a few of them? Yeah, didn't you see the other one that ran out? You remember that Alice was chasing another one of these creatures. Damn. Maybe Alice is okay. Maybe Alice is in trouble. Maybe finding Alice isn't that bad of an idea either. Or alternatively, take Dot to the police. If we tell the cops what's going on, they will be able to keep her safe, and maybe it'll go a far way into trying to prove that you're not the culprit. Ooh, actually, I like that one. Hide in Woody's apartment. Yeah, that's a great place. Yes, Corber. As Francis has just figured out, Alice is, or was when you last saw her, chasing another one of the doppelgangers. We need to keep working. Yes, we do. We do need to keep working, technically. I mean, one of the other things we can do is we can try to get Denise, who's our partner, to actually cover for us as well. That is another potential option. Okay. I think for now, at least, getting you to safety is the most important thing. You look at the time. It's about 2 a.m. I know this might be hard, but is there a particular time in which you, She says no. It happens when I least expect it. Okay. And is it always, She closes her eyes and reminds... Yeah, Delilah, sorry. Thank you. She closes her eyes and remembers each and every time it's the same. Yeah. It's a fireman axe. It always comes at me from behind. Okay. Okay. Look, I didn't want to be the one to tell you this, but Woody is dead. Dot looks shocked. What do you mean he's dead? He can't be dead. I mean, he had his head cut off and he was still fine. I mean, how did someone kill the woodsman? Francis looks down and says, I don't know. But it looks as though whoever is after you is quite adept at knowing how to kill and not kill rifters. This is more dangerous than I gave it credit for originally. Look, with Woody dead, the last place anyone's going to look for you is in his apartment. I think we'll take you there first. Then I've got to get back. I've got to. Dot stops you. She says, "No, look, if Woody's place is going to be safe, then I'll get myself there. If the doppelganger or if any other one of them," she says, whispering so that the one in the bathtub can't hear, "if there are any more of them and they know that this is your apartment, they might follow us to wherever you take me. I should leave here. I should go and get myself there. I still have this." She pulls out a set of keys to Woody's apartment. I kind of lifted them off him when we were last talking to him. You're a bit surprised, but at the same time impressed at the young girl's ingenuity. All right. Last poll for this encounter. What do we do? Let her go alone? Escort her? Or, yeah, I mean, there's really the choices. 1 minute on the poll for this one. Nice and quick. Boom. Are the doppelgangers Selkies? Yes, they are. Congratulations. You have earned a power boost. Power boost. Yes, the doppelgangers are actually Selkies. Do we try to drain the tub? If the water guy is truly trying to protect Dot, he can prove it by becoming her and coming to the hospital while the real Dot... the water guy is not trying to protect her. The water guy is after her. Someone at the club is someone at the club is pulling the strings, though. All right. Let's see. It looks like. All right. Looks like we are going to let her go alone. Okay. Look, I trust you. Here, take this. You give her your jacket or a jacket in your cupboard, as well as a few like big baggy clothes to help conceal her identity. You also give her. Do we want to give her some money? Because we've only got $50 cash. Do we want to give her like a little bit of money to like get across town? I mean, if you give her like let's say if you give her 30 bucks, $30 or $40, let's say 30. If you give her $30, she can take a taxi. If you give her like $10, she can take the bus. Or even $5. We can give her $5 and she can take the bus. Yeah, give her some money. Taxi or bus? What do you reckon? Oh, Woody gave her money? Oh, that's true. Did Woody give her money? I don't remember if Woody gave her money. Maybe she did. Should have written that down in my notes. Nonetheless, do we want to... As an apology. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Yes, you're right. So she'll be fine. She will be fine. Yes. You are correct. All right. So Dot turns to you and says, all right, look, whatever you've got to do, just be careful. Thank you for all of your help. I know you didn't need to. Francis looks and says, look, it's nothing. Don't mention it. You have a quiet moment before she turns and she leaves. All right. You head back down towards the ambulance. There, Delilah is sitting there with Adam, performing just like kind of a check on his eyes, checking his reaction times and stuff like that. She looks to you and she says, Well, yeah. No, look. From what I can tell, Adam is. Adam doesn't seem to have any problems with him. He seems to be healthy as a horse, and no signs of trauma or contusions. Just some old scars from injuries that none of which would explain amnesia of this level. Well, do you know what happened? Was there anyone else involved? I thought I heard a gunshot. No, it wasn't anything. I thought I saw something. Well, look, the police need to be told what's happened. I have no idea why they're not here already. I called them as soon as we arrived. Okay, well, we can't just stay here. Poor Adam. Look, I tell you what. Why don't you stay here and wait for the police? I'll go take Adam to the hospital and I'll explain the situation. Delilah, you would yeah, no, of course. It makes sense. This is of course your apartment as well, right? So yeah, no, I'll be fine. And don't worry about anything. I'll come back and pick you up once I know Adam's safe, okay? Yes. Thank you, Delilah. She drives off, heading towards the hospital. The sounds of the ambulance siren kind of just blaring over the top of everything you can kind of hear. All right. Now, you hear the sounds of police making their way towards you. All right. What do we want to do? Wait for the cops. Go to Cheshire's Lounge. What else can we do? Go back to Water Guy. And I think that's really it. All right. Oh, find Alice. That's the other one. Boom. Oh, the immersion, Corba. That's the immersion you're dealing with. Sus on Delilah? Maybe. Maybe there's something sus there. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, where to next? What would regular people see with water guy? It would just be a water. It would just be a tub of water, I think. Alright. Find Alice. Could just be a call, right? Feel like we dragged her into danger, so finding her in person might not be safe for her. It's true. It's true. It's true. Alright. You pick up the phone and attempt to dial Alice. As you do so, there's a really wicked part of me that wants to have the spirit radio be contacting you, and Alice contacts you through that, implying that she's dead. But no, I'm not going to. I'm not gonna do that. It's pointless drama I don't need. But I want you to know that crossed my mind just then. If the police see that big blood stain, yeah, absolutely. There's a lot to explain here. All right, looks like finding Alice is the important thing. All right, you pick up the phone and begin to dial. The phone rings. Suddenly you hear the click. G'day, champ. How you doing? Alice, are you all right? I got here just as you were leaving. Yeah. I'm fine. I just got a bit of a nick from the guy that was breaking into your apartment. Also, do you have a kid? It's not my kid. She's the... Yeah, look, I don't care. Look, I don't know where I am. I'm somewhere in the industrial district. There's this large overhanging bridge that I'm just underneath. This guy, he's really quick. I mean, even I had trouble keeping up with him, but I managed to track him down here. Look, whatever this dude is, he's a pro. He's not just a thug from the streets. This dude is trained. I don't know who you've pissed off, but you know, I don't know how trouble keeps finding you like this. Look, I'm gonna send the address to your phone. I'm gonna hang here. I could really use a medic right now, if you follow my meaning. She hangs up on you. Alright. The police sirens get closer. You don't have another choice. You've found Alice. Could be Alice, could be a shapeshifter. Who knows? Final confrontation. One way or another. This is it. Do we go to the industrial zone? Do we go to the entertainment district? Do we wait here? What do we do? I mean, yeah, you're right. Alice could be a doppelganger. Could be very much one of the Selkie. Maybe going and trying to find whoever was at the club would also be important. Ditch the knife before you speak to the police? Yeah, you can ditch the knife. Got no problem with that. If anyone has an issue with ditching the knife, let me know. The knife is, of course, the weapon that we stole from the other Selkie that attacked us. Alice needs help, but we need to make sure it's her first. Ask her something that only she would know. She already hung up on us. And if we call back, you get that message like, the person you are trying to call is out of service. You know, or out of service range or whatever. You know, that little automated message. Why? For drama. We still would have the gun. You would still have the gun, even if you got rid of the knife. Alright, it looks like it's almost unanimous that people want to go to the industrial zone. If we go there in person, we should be able to. We should make sure before we get too close. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Okay. Looks like we are heading to the industrial zone. Okay. Let me just check. What does this sound like? All right, beautiful. Okay. Making your way to the streets. You wave down a taxi. He picks you up. Kind of chubby bloke, big long beard, and kind of what looks to be like a baseball hat. There's a local sports team on it. He drives you to the industrial district. The street lights flashing over your face as you make your way in that direction. You eventually leave the apartment complexes and the winding roads, and eventually find yourself in a large, clearer area with the streets almost empty. A variety of large, massive warehouses and factories now line the sides of the road here, including, of course, these massive silos that seem to be bursting with these massive pipes. The sounds of the 24-hour industry constantly emanating throughout the entire area around you. You hear the sounds of the industrial machines constantly hissing steam and spewing smoke into the air. As you continue to make your way deeper into the industrial district, you get close to where the GPS is telling you Alice's location is. You get out and you pay the $20 that you had for the ride. Which means we have $30 left. There we go. All right. As you get out, you begin to look around. Let us roll and investigate to see if we can find Alice. 2D exclamation 2d6 as we make our way into this next area. All right, there we go. Got some rolls coming in. We got 1, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, we got a D8, 9. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. That is 1, 2, 3 for Grumpy Game Dev with a 5. 5 is not enough. We do need to beat that 7. Let's see if we can add any story triggers to bump up that 5. I'd probably say that we'd need to use the power boosts, unfortunately. There is very little we have that will be appropriate at this point. Question is do we want to use the power boosts? That is the question. Power boost. Yes. No. Nice and easy. 1 minute poll. On the clock. Bam. Alright. What was this roll for? Yeah, finding Alice. This was for locating Alice. There's 2 yeses, 3 yeses. How many do we need to use? We need to use 2. Because we're at 5. So we need to hit a 7 in order to succeed. Alright, looks like it's a unanimous one. Or more or less a unanimous one. Yeah, okay, yes. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's burn up one of the 2 of these then. Alright, so power boost. We are using 2 of them. Alright. You begin to make your way, and then as you find yourself in like this kind of very, very large and open area with this huge, massive crane holding girders high above the air, you notice that you step in something. It appears to be blood. You look around, and you follow this trail, eventually leading to Alice, who is, as she says, behind what looks to be a series of crates and large, like kind of like forklift-sized containers. She says, "Hey, psst, Frank, over here." You rush over. You can see that she's been stabbed in the stomach. A large amount of blood has already been poured out of her body. She says, "Glad you made it. Man, do you reckon you could?" Oh, yeah, sure. Here, let me give you something for that. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, okay. Roll another 2d6. Let's see if we can how we go with treating Alice's wounds. So exclamation 2d6 for treating Alice's wounds. You did you find the guy? I mean, there was another one in that apartment. Alice looks to you and says, "Another one? Damn, I didn't realize there were that many of them." I arrived when you called. I went upstairs and used the key that you gave me last time. When I went in, there was this little girl on the bed, and she seemed confused and scared. She told me everything. She told me about you helping her, and that you let her stay. I said I was a friend, and she believed me. What I didn't expect was your friend, the pretty blonde, to suddenly show up. He mentioned something, I don't know, trying to find out where you were, said that you'd come to help and you were taking Dot to her. I don't know, that just didn't check out. I couldn't believe it. I gave Dot a gun. I thought she was in danger, okay? I thought maybe she might have needed the help. She didn't hesitate. Kind of reminds me of me at her age. She shot that guy, your friend. I was so distracted. I didn't even see it coming, and when he hit the ground, I tried to treat the wounds, but that's when they came. Smashing through the windows, they tried to grab her from behind. I was only quick enough to kick this I don't know, faceless monster in the just beforehand. He ended up looking like your friend. I tried to chase him out, tried to get him, try to catch him, but man, he was slippery. He led me here. I thought maybe he was trying to go back to his to wherever he came from, to his base, to his headquarters. I thought I might be able to find where this all began for you. But it was just an ambush. There are a lot of them, Frank. More than 2. As Alice continues to hold her wounds, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see how we go. That is a 6. So that is Liska with a 4. All right, let's see what we can add. Mental body scan, medical training, medical supplies, surgical expertise. So with an 8, we're still good. We're not, landing a critical hit here. She's healed, but she is no longer in a life-threatening situation. She winces as Francis ties off some of the open wound. You remember the fact that this wound does mean that this is the real Alice and not a doppelganger, as the doppelgangers had the watery kind of blood fluid type thing. And your medical body scan shows ribs and organs and other things that it didn't for the others. As As you finish treating the wounds, you say, "Look, about that, don't worry yourself. I appreciate that you came. Dot's been through a lot, and, well, I can't blame her for what had happened. She only thought that she just thought she was in danger." You say the words and know that Dot is a kid, but to hear that she was the one that killed your friend is still a very hard truth to swallow. The girl that you had been helping this entire time, the one who had saved your life from the dogs that had you trapped, she was responsible for Adam's death. Tell Alice that the doubles don't bleed. Oh yeah, beautiful. You do share that information with her. That's fine. Now, as this happens, you hear the sounds of water dripping. Shh! Hide! Alice grabs you and pulls you behind the various large machineries. Up ahead, you see water dripping down from the bridge. It begins to take form, and as it does so, you watch as three of these faceless creatures start to emerge. They look at each other, and they begin to gesture in hand symbols. Again, their faces almost purely like, just there is no face there. Just the kind of watery, kind of fluid, malleable blank face that they all seem to have. Suddenly, you hear the sounds of heavy footsteps. A sizzle of a match as it lights, and illuminated from underneath the bridge. No. How mental would that be? No, I accidentally had the wrong thing queued up. Hold on. Bear with me. There it is. What a twist. It was the police officer the whole time. No, somebody please clip that. That was a silly mistake, but it was hilarious. All right. Indeed, you see someone you recognize. The bouncer at the lounge. Huge tusks, wild hair. He looks down, cigar, breathing smoke through his teeth. He says, "So, you managed to find her yet?" The creatures shake their head. "I don't know how much easier I need to make this on you. I told you where to find her. I told you about that snoopy paramedic who seems to know exactly where she is. What more can I give to you to make your bloody jobs easier, huh?" As he says each of these words, you watch as their whole flesh kind of ripples like water. He says, "What bloody good are you? Who do you think managed to smuggle you out of the Feywild, huh? Who do you think managed to get you into the city and got you papers so that you could live your little weird silky lives without people knowing about it, huh? It was me! That's right. And this is the thanks I get? This is the gratitude? I ask you to bring me one girl. One small, weak girl. And you can't even do that. Pathetic!" At this point, the creatures look as though they are gesturing. They're kind of changing their appearances and their faces. You see that they seem to be replicating the face of Alice. Almost as if they're trying to explain to him what had happened. "You saying that someone got in your way? Well, that's a part of the job, innit? Look, I'm not going to ask this again. Get this done. She can't See, daylight. You feel me? If she lives tonight, you all die. Do I make myself clear? I said, do I make myself clear? The creatures suddenly shake their heads. Then piss off. They start to move and slither away, turning into those fluid creatures again. You watch as the large, lumbering figure, the troll bouncer, starts to look around. He smells the air. Well, ain't that something? He yells out to the world. He yells out to this whole place. He says, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of a guy who's about to have his head smashed in by a very big hammer." You freeze for a moment. All right. What do we want to do? Do we hide? Do we run? Do we let Alice take the fall? What do we want to do? Look at my last comment. Nah, see, is he a bridge troll? Last week this guy said something about grinding bones. Maybe he's the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk. He's not the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk. He is making a joke about it more than he is. You suck at rhyming. Confront. We could confront him. We could just walk up to him. I mean, we have a gun. I mean, don't know what that means, but we have a gun. Okay, what are we gonna do? Oh, looks like everyone wants to confront this dude. We gonna step up? Oh, this is bravery moment. I love it. All right. Francis takes a moment. He goes to stand up, but as he does so, all of a sudden he feels someone tugging at his shirt. It's Alice. She says, "What are you doing? He will destroy you. Do you see how big that guy is?" Francis turns and he says, "Look, I know, but he's finding us through smell. He's going to find us eventually, especially with your wound like that. I can't just let him. I can't let him go. I can't let him kill her again." Alice looks into your eyes and she says, "Man, you're insane. You're a fool. What can you possibly do?" I don't know. But I know that if I do nothing, I'll regret it. I know that I'll regret it. You stand up and begin to make your way out. As you do so, he looks at you up and down. He says, "Well, gotta be surprised. Most folks don't have the gall to step up and take their medicine, and yet here you are." He lumbers closer. "You know, the industrial district's a dangerous place, even for one like you. People go missing here all the time. Yeah, I've heard it's quite a dangerous place. Attracts all kinds of unsavory sorts. Well, what brings you to these parts, Mr. Burke? Well, let's just say that I was minding my own business and wondering why someone as large and dumb as you would find themselves in a situation like this where they're alone and potentially in this very dangerous neighborhood yourself. One could say that it'd be easy to pin quite a lot of nefarious doings on someone like yourself. Someone like me? What's that implying? I'm implying that your true nature is easy to see. And with that, lightning covers your eyes. He says, I thought there was something special about you, Mr. Burke. You're a rifter. I wonder what stories your bones will tell when I crush them to a bloody pulp. Ooh, maybe it's something scary and terrifying, like the Three Little Piggies or something. He says, no, but my rift is not afraid of monsters. And what do we want to do, guys? We can throw in with a fight. We could try to outmaneuver him, maybe lure him into a trap. We could call the cops. We could try and get Alice to ambush him. What do we want to do? Let's see. Pull out, start shooting. Hardcore parkour. What else do we do? Lure him into cramped spaces. Alice ambush. Or actually just run the hell away. All right. There we go. Cops do not like you. Is he the wolf? No, he is not the wolf. You're very close with the you're very close with the giant, but it's not the giant. All right. Here we go. This is cool music. I love it. Lightning, yes, you do need an electric source. Alright. We got a nice mix here. We got start shooting, lure him into a cramped space, have Alice ambush him. Remembering Alice is injured as well. Lure him towards a power supply. I'll say that luring him into a cramped space will also count to luring him towards a power supply. Absolutely. Absolutely. Happy for that. And let's also get... Where is... There we go. Fighting portrait. There he is. Boom! We are in battle. How good's that? I love that one. Okay, luring him into a cramped space and the ambush. All right, doing good, looking good. All right, luring him into a cramped space and getting Alice to ambush him. All right, so we're going to do both. We're going to start with the Alice ambush. So, as he laughs, you quickly draw out your gun. As you go to point it at him, I want us to face the danger. So, exclamation 2d6 as we point the gun at him. Alright, we got 1. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're going to roll a d4 and let's see what we get. That is a 2. Mythical Turian with a 3, unfortunately, is what we're going with. Alright. So, with a 3, let me just check here. Alright. Okay, there we go. All right, so unfortunately, even with the predicting action thing, we are unable to stop him. As we point our gun in his direction, he reaches forward and grabs the gun, and you just hear this crumpling sound, almost like a tin can, as the gun is now crushed and destroyed. Unfortunately, even the power boost wouldn't help us from that one, so we have just lost our gun. All right, and we've lost the knife as well because we did throw away the knife. All right, Adam. Sorry, not Adam. What am I saying, Adam? Francis turns and runs. As he does so, he begins to make his distance. The sound of lumbering behind him. Oh, I do love a good chase. Come back here, you. As you turn a corner, his heavy body finds it difficult to take sharp turns, and you manage to veer to one side. As he does so, you hear the sounds of gunfire as Alice pulls out a small machine gun and starts to fire back. As this happens, you watch as the troll turns his hand and places it in front of his face. You see bullet holes appearing in his hands, but you see the wounds starting to stitch almost as quickly as they form. He says, "Ah, oh good, I was worried it wasn't going to be fun." He grabs hold of one of the large, huge, like kind of crates and begins to lift it and throw it in the direction of Alice, who quickly turns and rolls out of the way as it crashes into the side of this large canister. You need to think quick. You need to get his attention back. What do we want to do to try and draw him in? Otherwise, he's going to go for Alice. To do lightning, we have to touch him. To do lightning, you have to have a source of electricity. So, you have your phone, which is, of course, electric. In addition, you also can look around and you can see power cables above where you are. Not directly above, but like, you know, what you'd imagine power lines to be on the outside of an industrial industry. Scream, tell me where Dot is. Okay, that's a good one. Anyone else? Any other suggestions? Hey, Avarian, nice to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. We need to get to these cables. All right. Let's make an investigation check to look to see if there's a way that we can use these cables to aid us. Throw a rock at him? We can throw a rock at him as well. Roll exclamation 2d6, and let's see if we can figure out a way to get his attention using either the cables or some of the debris around us. Let's go. Alright, we got a few here. Let's see what we get. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that is a 5 for Hester TM with a 4. Ooh, unfortunate. Alright, so with a 5, let's see. I'm going to give you the +1 with a lightning rod, but that's still not going to help. Alright. You can't figure out a way. Whoa, what's happening there? Did I... When did that happen? Alright, I think I must have... I know what happened there. That's okay. There we go. Boom. Alright, so, as you look around, you can't seem to find anything of note. Alice continues to unleash various shots. And again, you watch as more debris is thrown. This time, a large barrel is kind of thrown, and as it flies towards Alice, you hear her shout out as, "Ah!" A large tankard explodes, and this entire area is now illuminated by fire that seems to pour out from this huge gas canister. You no longer see Alice, nor can you hear the sounds of her gunshot. He looks around and he says, "Well, that was fun. I always liked barbecue." Where'd he go? He turns around and looks towards you. "Ah, yeah. Come here, you." You begin to run inside the warehouse. As he follows, you kind of see this like half-opened roller door, and you slide underneath it. You turn around and you close the door behind you as you make your way into this warehouse. Almost like a tin can, you see these fingers kind of pulling in and just sort of wrenching this metal apart, causing the sheets to bend as he crawls in to the interior of this warehouse. All right. He yells out, come out, wherever you are. I'm not going to play these games for much longer. I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to find that little girl, and then I'll make sure that she gets what's coming to her. You find yourself hidden away, at least for the time being. You yell out, "Why, though? Why are you after her?" "You're a rifter, you understand. It's meant to be. She's not supposed to be here. The Fae folk, they must make deals to cross the bridge. She didn't. And now the time has come to pay the toll. Or should I say, pay the troll. You think to yourself, wow, this is insane. There's no way. She's done nothing wrong. She doesn't deserve this. She's just a girl. Just a girl, you say? A wee lass. Something that needs your protection, mate. Oh, come on. It's 2022. There's no girls out there that need your chivalry, mate. They're strong and independent, aren't they? Besides, I reckon that girl's killed a lot more men than you'd have her believe. What, you think just because she looks like a 10-year-old pup that she's some sort of helpless damsel, huh? That's where you're wrong. He reaches into the wall and kind of grabs hold of like part of the catwalk and scaffold and starts to pull it over into the warehouse. It starts to fall. Like almost like rolling dominoes as these shelves filled with crates start to fall down upon you. Roll 2d6 and let's see if we can dodge out of the way. Defibrillator? No defibrillators, I'm afraid. She did kill Adam. All right. We have an 8. We have an 11. Nice. Keep those coming. Keep those 2d6s coming. All right, Cobbler. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's a nice and easy one. All right, that is a 1 with Petiola with a score of 8 coming in. All right, with an 8 plus 1 for the predicting an action, we've got a 9, which is just shy of the crit. Now, keeping in mind, we could use the power boost to make it a crit, which means we will get something extra. So I'm going to put that up as a poll real quick as we do so. Spend boost. Don't spend boost. All right, 1 minute on the clock. There it is. Do we want to crit with this? Because we will get an extra effect. Let's boost, because this is defo the last battle. Well, it's the last battle of, like, this chapter, as it were. Yep, everyone wants to use the boost. Let's do it. All right. As the shelves begin to fall, they crash down. But as they do so, they tear off from one of the walls a large panel for the fuses that are actually attached to this side of the building. In addition, as these fuse panels are now exposed, you can see that this area starts to illuminate with bright, crackling sparks of electricity. He says, "You don't know nothing about her. You don't know nothing about the rift and what she is. Yeah, she's lured plenty of folk like you. What? You think that she needed your help? Let me guess. You found some sort of note or message, some sort of cryptic word that she needed your saving. Came all whimpery and stuff. Please, sir, I need your help. Someone's trying to kill me." Yeah, that's how she suckers all of them. But let me ask you this. How many times did you really question that she was actually an innocent girl? Huh? You think back for a moment. She chased off those dogs when you were trapped in the garbage dump. She shot your best friend when she thought she was in danger. And Even when she woke up in your bed the following morning after being killed and hacked apart, she wasn't scared or worried about you. Who is Dot? What is Dot? And what is their relation with this large, lumbering beast? He says, that's what I thought. It's all over your face. You're not her savior, you're her next victim. Tell me where she is, and I can set this right. I can send her back to where she came from once and for all. Alright. Moment of truth. Do we sell out Dot? Yes or no? Or surprise attack? Alright. The troll begins to step forward. As he does so, he crushes things underfoot. He says, I know you're not supposed to do this, but I want you to trust me, Mr. Burke. I am the bouncer at Cheshire's Lounge. But I am not just some big thug. I'm not just a big thickhead. I am a member of the Old Norse. You feel me? And my name thunders from the very mountaintops. I am the incarnation of Berglamir, he who roars from the mountains. And Dot, she is of the mountain and must be sent back. So long as her corporeal form continues to regrow and take on new form, new personage, she can't go back. The Silky will kill her, as I have killed her, over and over again. But the Selkies are closer to her kind than me. Once they do so, they'll take her back, and this will all be over. Wow. We had 4 people saying yes to giving up Dot. That was unexpected. You step out. Hands in the air. Okay. Okay. Look, it has been a hell of a night. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't know what's going on. Maybe I don't really know her. But you're right. She killed my friend today. She's never really shown me that she needed help. Who is Dot? What am I missing here? He looks down at you and scratches his chin. He says, do you know of the Huldufolk? No, I do not. In folklore, their name means the secreted or coveted. She is a Huldra, or at least is the rift of one. The Huldra are known for being nearly indistinct from human, with a back like a hollowed-out tree, and the tail of a fox. They're known to make friends with those who have been shunned or on the outskirts of society. And then, when they least expect it, they, reward being allowed refuge and safety by having provisions left. The trouble is, the other half of the story. You see, they have a penchant for driving people mad, turning them paranoid against their own kind. There was once a small village in the Norwegian mountains. Huldra went in there, and a big group of fishermen all saw themselves as surrogates, trying to protect and look after her. Well, maybe not her specifically, but Dot's kind. Sooner or later, each one of them tore each other apart, believing that their neighbors were ready to betray them at a moment's notice. The Jotun saw their danger and banished them to the mountains, where we had kept them locked away. Not just for the sake of fun, but to stop blokes like you from ending up trapped by them. So you're saying Dot's one of these creatures? What do you mean, one of these creatures? Have you not been paying attention? Do you not know what a rift is? She's not one of these creatures, but she is being manipulated by one. One that has set its eyes on you, mate. You following me? So Dot is still an innocent girl. Wow, I mean, look, innocent is an entirely different understanding, right? What is innocent, eh? Innocent is someone that has done no wrong. Ah, but she has done wrong, hasn't she? I don't know what to do. I thought I was better than this. I thought I should have just gone home. I should have just taken my drink and... Hey, no need for that. No need for that, alright? Yeah, just have a seat, champ, okay? Look. You take a seat next to the large troll, who sits down next to you, and he says, look, it's their job. It's what they do. It's their nature. It's like a nymph or a siren, okay? They're just interested in themselves. And they suck the life out of blokes like you, okay? There's no fault in that, okay? You don't need to start blaming yourself because you got duped by a little girl. It's a bit silly, but, you know, it's what it is. But as long as you didn't sleep with her, you're perfectly fine. Your eyes open and widen, remembering your first night. You did awaken in bed with her. The troll looks at you with, like, this look of, like, dude. He's like, no, it wasn't like that. I didn't sleep with her, but I slept with her. If you know, I mean, just, look, I understand what you're saying. It's just still weird. Okay. In which case, you, my friend, are in a world of trouble. Now, the Selkie, they're looking for her right now. If you can tell me where she is, we can put an end to this right now. All right. Okay. Tell him where Dot is. Yes or no? And I'm also going to put in ask more questions. If you guys have questions you'd like to ask, throw it in chat as well. But let us know. Are we going to tell this guy where Dot is? All right, looks like we are. Okay. She's at the woodsman's house. The woodsman? Yeah. Yeah, I know the place. Look, I can take care of this from here, mate. You go back. Get to work. Try and find yourself your... At this point, Francis stops him. No, I have to see this through. I can respect that. And, about your friend with a gun. Yeah, I'm sorry about, I'm sorry that, you know, she... At this point in time, all of a sudden, there is another series of gunshots. You can see up on the roof, peering through one of the upper windows, is Alice, who is unloading a series of pistol shots from the roof. Let me just get Alice real quick. Here she is. All right. Yeah, Alice begins to unload a series of pistol shots. Francis immediately stands up and says, No, stop. It's not what it looks like. You watch as the wound start to heal. And she says, What? What's not what it looks like? It's a long story, but I think we've come to an understanding. And the understanding is you don't shoot me no more. At this point, we're going to montage forward. The explanation that Alice has given is acceptable, but she will have no part in killing anyone that looks like a child. She wishes you the best of luck, and is grateful that you stitched her wounds. She does say, however, that the next time you call in a favor to make sure that you're sure of things. Because, the last thing she wants to do is every time she does you a favor is, catch bullets. You and the bouncer, whose name is Berglemir, begin to make your way across town back towards Woody's apartment. As you arrive, you find yourself back in Dead Man's Alley. You climb the stairs, the same stairs you climbed when you first got that message, when you first received that phone call telling you what had happened, telling you that this girl needed help. You go to the door. You remember that you stashed the key underneath the doormat here. And you lift it and click open the door. There, Dot sees you. She says, "You made it. Thank God you..." And then she sees Berglemir. What? Well, what's the meaning of this? You're with him? But he's... I know who he is, Dot. You betrayed me? But I thought we were... At this point, Francis just looks deep into her eyes. And she says, You killed my best friend. You've been lying to me from the start. You've been... I haven't been lying about anything. Yeah, no, we've heard it all, love. Now we're gonna make this nice and quick. You're coming with me. And try not to make a fuss this time. She says, No, I'm not. She pulls out a gun again and aims it directly towards the large giant troll. He says, "Oh, come now. I won't do anything to me." She then stops with trembling hands and then points the gun at you. She says, "Then I'll kill him." Your eyes widen. Dot? What do you mean you'll kill me? You betrayed me. I have to. At this point, I would like everyone to make a... Well, I mean, actually, let us know what you'd like to do here. There's a number of things you can do here. Would you like to try and convince her to, like, take the non-violent road? Would we like to try and take the gun off her? Throw out some suggestions. We'll give a couple of minutes just to kind of collect some ideas, and then we'll make a decisive action in just a moment. Oh, Francis is totally a viable target here. Francis is absolutely able to be shot at. 100%. Talk about this over a nice cup of tea. Okay, for references, that's true. That's true. Okay, I see where you're going with that. I like that. So let's throw in a couple things here. New poll. Dot has a gun. All right, so we are going with pour some tea. Confront her. Interrogate her. All right, 2 minutes on the poll. Let's see where we go. All right. For reference to that, we have an electricity source. Yep. All right. Looks like we are going to confront her. All right. Everyone in chat, please! Exclamation 2d6 as we attempt to confront her. All right. Okay, very nice. Okay, let's roll this. Here we go. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Wayland X with a score of 7. All right, so 7 plus predict action, which will bring us to 8. 8 is what we've got, but that is still enough to succeed. As she points the gun directly at us, we quickly reach out and react and grab it off her, managing it to wrest it from her controls. As you pull the gun free, she looks in your direction, and from behind her, this emanation, this almost like kind of glow of this beautiful spirit. Actually, that's a bit dull. Let me very quickly move that over here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, here. Let me do something real quick just while I'm. It just makes sense. Where are you, Francis? There he is. Look at that. Don't worry, we'll move you back, buddy. There we go. All right, beautiful. That's much better. So yeah, you can see this beautiful woman with what looks to be a wooden hole carved into her back. You have one gun on your side and one gun that you've just stolen from her. You say, "Tell me right now, what do you want?" She looks at you and she says, I don't want anything. And she suddenly clutches her chest. As she does so, she leans to the ground. Her eyes then go this beautiful pink color. And she smiles and she says, "Why, my dear, I just want some company. I'm so lonely and cold most nights." This coming from, of course, the mouth of the 10-year-old girl, but the voice seems very, very old, almost ancient. "Were you the one? Were you who killed Adam?" "Adam? I didn't catch his name. But he was so handsome. Such a pity. He worked for that vile brute you see there. Adam wouldn't hurt a fly. Adam was my best friend. Get out. Leave this girl right now." "I'm afraid I can't do that. Her body is so young. It is not yet properly ripened for me to get what I really want from this accursed cesspool of a city, and I am not going to leave until I get everything I desire." The large troll says, "Look, love, I don't care if I have to squeeze you out of that small kid like jam from a jar, okay? You're getting out of here tonight one way or another." All right. What do we do? We could try a number of different things here. This is the final roll of our stream. Do we want to shoot Dot and free the Huldra? No, well, shoot Dot and kind of like, stop the Huldra's plan. Do we want to shoot the troll? I mean, maybe we want to shoot the troll and maybe we switch sides. Do we want to try to electrocute Dot? And lastly, do we want to stay out of it? Hey, Raiders, thank you so much for coming in. Guys, Joycey Poyler, the Nerd Herd, welcome in. Guys, sit down, relax, unwind. What is this? This is role-playing. We're having fun. This is, of course, the City of Mist Twitch Plays game, which means you guys who have just come in, you're playing a game now. How cool is that? We're playing City of Mist. We're actually, believe it or not, we are actually on the final scene of our prequel. So, prelude, sorry. This is the final scene of our prelude. I can only give you so much information because we're kind of wrapping up here, but here's where we're going. Your character is Francis Burke. He is a paramedic who has been given the powers of Victor Frankenstein. You have the powers that are listed here on screen, which you guys can somewhat see there and there. There you go. Here's what has happened. Dot, who is a little girl, has basically asked you to look after her because she's been killed night after night by someone. We have found out that it is this large mountain troll by the name of Bergelmir. Now, it's not Bergelmir, it's Berglemir. Anyway, Berglemir has said that the reason why he has been killing this little girl is because she is actually a Huldra, or at least has been possessed by the spirit of a Huldra, a seductress, kind of like a nymph or a siren who lures people to their doom. After pointing out that there have been a number of instances where Dot has, despite her very, very young age, not actually been in danger, that she has been manipulating Francis for days now, this final confrontation has happened. You have sided with Bergelmir in order to try and deal with the Huldra, but we're currently trying to figure out how without necessarily killing a 10-year-old child. Right now, the options that are in our voting thing, which are going to come up, are: we've got a gun. We could shoot Dot and just be done with this. The spirit will no longer have a tether to their mythos, and they will then fly away. We could shoot the troll, switch sides, and start helping the Huldra. We could also electrocute Dot. There have been ways that one person has been able to stop the heart of someone long enough and then use the same electricity to bring them back to life. Yes, so electrocute is not to kill her, but to kind of almost suspend her life for long enough for you to bring her back without actually killing her. The last option is to stay out of things, to not interfere between the troll and the Huldra. All right. What do you guys want to do? Also, if anyone has any questions, please throw them in chat as well. We've got 2 minutes on the clock. Your guys' votes decide what final thing happens here. Throw it out there. Throw it out there. Looks like a lot of people want to electrocute the little girl. All right, let's make it happen. All right. So, I know. All right. As the Huldra backs herself up against a corner, the troll stepping forward, you watch as he reaches into his pocket and pulls out what looks to be several large knuckle bones. He throws them down, each inscribed with Nordic runes. Eventually, they spiral into a big circle, and he reaches into the ground and pulls out what looks to be a large axe. It's kind of like this kind of Viking axe, huge old wood and a large steel edge. He raises the axe into the air, and he says, "Sorry it had to go down this way." And that is when Francis changes. His eyes glow green, and once again, lightning starts to emanate from all around him. As these strikes of electricity begin to lash out in different directions. There we go. As these strikes of electricity lash out in different directions, Francis looks towards the troll and says, "Stay out of this. I have to do this. It has to be me." The Huldra looks enraged at the other figure standing behind you, the spirit of Victor Frankenstein. You take your hands together and you hold onto your phone. You then aim it directly at Dot. She doesn't think you've got it in you. She thinks you're bluffing. Everyone in chat, type exclamation 2d6 and let's see if we can successfully stop the heart of Dot long enough to purge the Huldra from her. Alright, here we go. Numbers are coming in. Let's see what we get. Alright, checking it out. Okay, we've got a good few ones. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we've got 7 checks. That means I'm going to be rolling D8. Last call for anyone else who wants to roll in. 8. Alright, let's roll a D8 here. There we go. Alright, here it is. The final roll. And that is a 3. 1, 2. Mythical Turian. We get the 3 with double 1s and a critical failure. The lightning strikes, but Francis just can't bring himself to do it. The lightning arcs to the sides and misses. As this happens, there is one last thing we can do. We can try to hit it with all we got. Hit it with everything we've got. However, should we fail this, we may lose another one of our logos. So, what do we do, guys? Do we want to channel the spirit of Victor Frankenstein even harder and try to make this work? Or are we going to give up? What do you guys want to do? Surge, fight, surrender, flee. There we go. Boom. 1 minute on the clock. Just 1 minute. That's all we're giving with this one because we're reaching the time. Finishing it with a boom. Hey, welcome in the Games Tavern. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Please sit down, relax, and enjoy. Long story short, we're in a detective noir game where regular people are superheroes because they've been given the powers by myths and legends. Right now, we are dealing with a murder mystery in which this little girl, this 10-year-old girl, has been possessed by the spirit of a Huldra, which is a forest spirit or kind of like a siren or a nymph. And we have now sided with what we thought was the bad guy, who is a large mountain troll who is trying to send the Huldra back to the realm of the Fae. To do this, however, we have to detach her from the body of a little girl. We are using the powers of our mythos, Dr. Victor Frankenstein, to try and electrocute the little girl to stop her heart long enough to eject the Huldra, but then to use the electricity to bring her back. We critically failed our first check, which means we have not done so, and now we have just voted to surge. All right. Guys, I know I said the last one might have been the last roll, but this is definitely the last one. Everyone in chat, please, exclamation 2d6. Everyone, absolutely everyone, throw in your 2d6s. Because as you surge, the spirit of Victor Frankenstein starts to channel that lightning and that electricity, that pure, raw, unbridled energy down and into the body of Dot. Your phone battery, which of course is your relic item, has now been expent. Alright, I'm seeing lots of numbers come in, which is great. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 rolls. Any more? 8. 8 rolls. Alright. Oh, this might be tough. This definitely might be tough. Alright. I'm looking at a 5. So, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A Varian CA with a check of 4. Alright. So. The lightning crashes into the body of the little girl. As it does so, the surge suddenly lashes out and strikes at you. And while we have a power boost, it is sadly not enough to bring us to what we need. Alright, we have 1 power boost. Alright. As the lightning strikes the child, her eyes roll backwards. But the electricity is not controlled. It flows into your body. And suddenly your head is thrown back as well. You begin to take on the smells of strawberries and cream as you suddenly have images. You as a young boy in college. You looking at the exam to pass your latest unit in medical sciences. You have failed. And if you fail one more unit, you'll be dropped out of the course entirely. A girl at the library walking past you, commenting on your really cool backpack. You look at her and smile. This is Michelle. She spends countless days and nights helping you with your studies. She has a few small dates with you in coffee shops with a laptop. You end up going out, heading to a carnival, the beach. It isn't long before 6 years pass. You're living together in a small apartment, waiting with bated breath for the news. You find the letter suddenly arriving. You tear it open and both of you celebrate as you have passed your medical degree. You now have your license. You are a licensed doctor. You cry, you hug. You then pan to another scene, an old lighthouse. Another one of the many historical sites you had visited through your dating of her and her passions in archaeology and history and the like. There, under the spiraling light, you get down on one knee and present her with a beautiful ring. The ring that is on your finger. The ring that is crackling with lightning and energy. You suddenly remember being on a boat, champagne clinking, something big moving beneath the waves. It startles you, but you brush it off. It's not important. Can't be anything. Then it hits again, this time bigger and larger. Michelle and you topple over the side of the boat as it sinks into the surf. You reach for her. You see her face underwater in the dark against the flickering lights of the boat that is sinking right next to you. But as you reach for her, her face starts to fade. Those details you once held slowly disappear. The memories start to burn and singe at the edges of your mind. And with a grim and somewhat heavy heart, our relationship with Michelle is no more. Having burnt out that connection that we had to who we were. And we now transform even closer to Victor Frankenstein. As the lightning surges once again, as you create that electricity, Dot, her eyes fade and stop, and you can see the image of the Huldra suddenly being torn away, almost as if it's being pulled apart. It lifts and leaves the body of Dot, who falls and crumples to the ground, dead as a doornail. That is when the troll strikes. When Bulgamir swings his axe, and as he does, plants it directly into the back of the Huldra. As this happens, the energy waves pulse from the Huldra, and she is no more. As Dot lies on the ground, Francis moves over and looks down. He reaches with his hand and listens. There is no heartbeat. With a small surge of electricity, all right. Ladies and gentlemen in chat, this is going to be nice and simple. Exclamation 2d6 to see if we save Dot. Big myth. I mean, maybe. We'll see. All right, here we go. All right. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a roll of 11. McBluff, as the electricity strikes Dot, boop, 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 you sense her coming back. The troll looks at you and says, well, it seems as though what needed to be done is now dealt with. And look, you're still alive. Ain't that a bonus? You did good for a stuffy old geezer. But, you gotta watch yourself in these areas. Remember, can't trust them no matter what they look like. As he tries to reach for you, there's still a twinge of electricity. He's like, ah. Yeah, all right. How about I leave you to it then? He lumbers out of Woody's apartment. This leaves Dot and Francis as the only two people here. Dot slowly awakens. Where am I? You're safe. I don't remember. Did I? No, you didn't. Just get some rest. You look tired. I am tired. And Why are you crying? She says, looking up at you. You reach up and you touch your eyes. It seems you have been crying, but you don't know why. You do, however, take a moment and say, fascinating. I'm unsure, but I am not sad. No, not sad. I'm relieved that you are in good spirits. And with that, we pan away from the scene of Dot resting and recuperating, away from the city where police cars gather around your apartment, away from the lounge where mysterious figures deal within the black smokes of a burlesque house, away from the cafe where a mysterious woodcutter, covered in dirt from head to toe, explains why he woke up in a mortician's bed with a stomach full of rocks to a very, very surly old woman. And lastly, we pan away from a hospital where in a bed is a blonde and beautiful paramedic with no recollection of who he is, next to what appears to be a hard-boiled detective with wounds over his gut and his body. This brings us to the end of our prologue adventure of City of Mist. Thank you so much to everyone for coming and joining us today. What a game! What an episode! I mean, half an hour over time, but I'm happy with it. I hope you guys are as well. This was a lot of fun. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I will tell you this. Next week, what we're going to do is we'll have like a breakdown episode. We're going to be like, we're going to just talk, right? We're going to talk about, did we like the prologue? What worked? What didn't work? And then we'll decide what we'd like to do if we want to do Twitch Tales stuff, before. If we want to do more City of Mist stuff, we can do that. If we want to look at doing, say, Through the Breach, we can look at doing that. Chat with me. Let me know with what you guys would like, and we'll see about making that happen. We don't necessarily have to play Francis either. We could also definitely look at doing another individual and stuff like that. Lots of different choices there. All right, that brings us to the end of today. Thank you so much to everyone for coming and joining us. And again, thank you to everyone who helped donate towards the new computer stream, the new computer fundraiser. Again, we've reached 1.7K, which is a freaking stellar effort, guys. It is amazing, and it is just definitely gone a long way towards helping me replace my computer and get everything done, which I will be working on as soon as next week, thanks to you guys. Thank you very much to, of course, all of you people who have spent your morning here with me. It has meant literally the world. I do hope that you stay safe, stay wonderful, wherever you happen to be and whatever time it happens to be for you. Ira Janasi, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Holy crap. You are so wonderful. Yes, thank you kindly. And what else? Yeah. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Man, I feel quiet. Do you feel quiet? Is that quiet? Maybe. It is very quiet. It's very quiet now. We've turned off the music. Let's get some music going, just so we can. There we go. This is beautiful sign out music. There we go. All right. So with the ending, that was man, that was intense. Just lots of feels, lots of vibes. Guys, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us today. We're gonna go and raid and pass on the love because that's what this is all about. We're all about this. I will be back tomorrow morning for Curse of the Crimson Throne with my wonderful players there. They are currently playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So yeah, if you haven't already, please hit that follow button, hit the subscribe button if you like what you see and you'd like to for me to continue making all of this cool and amazing stuff. Let's see who is up and about for us to raid. Of course, Mindari. Ooh, who's the Space Jamber? The Space Jamber. Let's have a look at that. I mean, not that I don't like Mindari. We love Mindari, but I definitely like meeting new friends. Who are new friends? Let's see. Let's see. The Space Jamber. What are you up to? Freaking ads. Ah, man, I really need this vibe. There we go. Oh yeah, these guys look alright. But I think I am going to go with... Yeah, I think I am going to go with our dear friend Mindari. Girls make D&D stuff. Yeah, of course they make D&D stuff. Alright. So, let us go and be with Mindari for the evening. Guys, what a chill stream. What a chill way to end today. Thank you once again, everyone. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I do games here over on the Twitch space as well as all over the internet. You can find me over on Robert Hartley GM's channel, on the Dreaded GM's channel, on D&D Twitch. You can find me on How to Be a Great GM. You can find me everywhere. Go look. You'll find me. Google it. Until we meet again, as always, game hard or die trying. Good night, everybody.